giving you guys a quick little video on valence electrons. So what are valence electrons? Valence electrons are the electrons you find on the outermost shell of an atom. Depending on the number of valence electrons, sometimes these atoms like to gain or lose electrons, and that leads to what we call an ion. In this video, we're just going to talk about the valence electrons. I'll make another video that talks about what happens when they gain or lose them and become ions. So if we take a look at a carbon atom, it will have 6 protons, 6 neutrons. In the first energy level, it's going to have 2 electrons. And then in its outermost, or its valent shell, it's going to have 4 electrons. These 4 electrons here are referred to as the valence electrons. So even though it has 6 electrons in total, we sometimes say that it only has 4 valent electrons. Okay, these outermost shells, as you learned before, like to be full. They like to contain 8 electrons. The first energy level likes to have 2, and the outermost shell likes to have 8. Let's take a look at a lithium atom. So it has 3 protons, 4 neutrons. In its first shell, it's going to have those 2 electrons. And then in its outermost valent shell, it's just going to have 1. Okay, again, as we mentioned before when we were doing Bohr diagrams, the electron and proton number are the same when we talk about atoms. They only like to change when we start talking about ions. So these outermost electrons have a choice. If it wanted to become an ion, it would either leaving a lithium with a full shell of 2, or it would try to gain 7 electrons, which would be very difficult to do. So lithium actually does prefer to lose 1 electron, but we'll talk about that in the next video.